So, Extraordinary X-Men issue number 9, and this is actually Apocalypse War Part 2. So while I wouldn't call the issue bad per se, I would say that it uses an entire issue to tell a flashback story of the year the time lost team spent in a nightmarish future, and it doesn't quite utilize the concept to great effect. So presenting the review from Unchained.com, and this review is by Jeremy Radick. Awesome, Jeremy. And the overall narrative momentum basically stops entirely as the time-lost team travels aimlessly for the entire issue before arriving pretty much right back where they started. Yes, the issue does explain why the team has gone through such change in look during the year, but I never really felt their journey on an emotional level, never felt it become more than a series of perils they dodged through rather than a harrowing journey that took its toll and revealed more about them. Basically, if you were going to start the narrative of your story to go back and reveal a trial faced by some of your characters, you have to do more than simply show them having a tough time. And that is what is going on in this comic book. Sorry for that. You have to reveal something about its effect on them, have to make sure you give them moments to feel fear or dread or loss or growth. So yeah, otherwise it's just stuff that happen and winds up being little more than a digression from the main narrative. On the Earth side, there are some moments where Ramos really hits it out of the park, primarily in a big splash page of the future the team is stuck, as well as in a couple scenes where he gets the space to actually create a setting, but for a lot of it, the script seems to only give him 1 or 2 panels at most to depict action and establish a setting, and it comes across as a little hurried in places. Another place the art excels is in the design of the characters we are introduced this issue. Ramos effortlessly shifts from a fantasy setting to a sci-fi setting in terms of design tone, and those who populate each setting are perfectly in sync and visually arresting. The exception to is his take on Colossus. I'm not sure if his new look is supposed to reflect a weight muscle gain or if Ramos thinks Parcher has always just had a chunkier build, but Parcher looks like a damn tank in this series, and his beard hair combo is baffling. Is he supposed to be going grey? Because Colossus, to my reckoning, has always seemed to be about 4 to 7 years older than Kitty Pryde, which, if we are being generous, places him in his late 20s at this point. Doesn't it? It should look super cool for him to have a beard in his armor form, but strangely doesn't. Bugs me every time I see it. But apart from that, Extraordinary X-Men issue number 9 isn't a bad book by any means, but it does feel kind of inconsequential, the type of issue that could really be just as, if not more effective with half the page count, or would have been much better if they used the space to cover less geographical ground and more introspective character-driven ground. So that is what's happening in the Extraordinary X-Men issue number 9, but at the last point, I really like the style of this artwork and the awesome effects. But here in this illustration, I didn't like her to be this in this pose, but okay, in this kind of action poses, you can count on it. So hope you guys have enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more amazing review shows and more amazing other shows also. So yeah, just go to the store, buy this comic book and enjoy it and support the creators. This is pretty much enjoyable, so why not put your 3.9 inbox on this comic book and enjoy it and support the creators. That means they will write more comics for you to enjoy. Have a great day. All yours.